Alright, guys, this pack here, this is the same one we need to use reaction potions on. So let's get these marked, the patchwork golems. We're going to tank them pairs so that we have enough room here. So Skull and X will come to this side, Moon and Square tank on the other side. Caster is safe.
Patchwork's coming.
Yeah, he shouldn't link us here. Alright, remember, max range here. Go ahead and pull. Free action tanks. And free action early.
Flip if you pull.
Guys, if you're DPSing, a target before it's gotten all the way to its position, that means you're putting threat on a target that's not even being tanked yet.
You going for the military next?
No, we'll get over and we're gonna get this pack. Is that I didn't hear? Is that what you said? Your comms are kind of.
This has a big aggro range, guys. This pack has a really big aggro range.
So these guys, there's a bunch of guys here, right? There's like 9 guys. Bubkins will be on Skull. The rest of the tanks pick up your targets. It's going to drop a lightning totem. If that happens, we have to kill that immediately. I'll do the first. Actually, my lip, I've got a potion on cooldown. Does anybody have a lip taunt available?
20 seconds.
Okay, well, that's mine too, so I'll do it. Each one of these packs is going to have a lip taunt right off the get-go. We just burn them down. Skull needs to die first. If there's a totem that comes up, turn and get it. These packs are just chaotic, so I think that's it.
Yeah, warriors just be aware to taunt them off of mages and stuff.
There's a little trick you can do with these packs when you're not using world buffs. If you do like a 10-second pull timer, only people who have the extended range on their spells, so warlocks if you have the increased destruction range, if mages do pyroblast and warlocks do shadowbolt soulfire on a countdown, you can knock like 30% of Skull's health off right off the rip before you even pull it, and it helps a lot.
Okay.
So, for instance, you did like if you do a pull 15 seconds, and then the mages and the warlocks cast on Skull before the one, and then we all charge in when they all cast at the same time. So.
Yep, I like it.
All mages need to do pyro.
3, 2.
Yeah,
1.
you'd open with a pyro.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that, but if everyone does it, it works way better.
No one did it on 6 but me.
I didn't do it, sorry.
It takes a little practice, you know, first time you guys are seeing this. And then Tremor Totems, Shaman's Tremor Totem.
I'm guessing that guy just resisted my taunt because he just ran right past me like no big thing. All right, let's see, Gale. This can be your lip taunt. You have it available?
Yeah.
All right, casters. Gale's going to be moving in when it's at like 2 or 3 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Look at that. Much cleaner.
Yeah, he didn't last long, did he?
That's what she said.
All right, Bill, let's get this Belcher.
Does the Belcher have big aggro? Like social aggro?
I don't think he's gonna link on me right here. You'll have to pull him.
Grab
Go
skull.
ahead and pull it. Steph, you got a lip taunt available?
Got it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
Attack total.
For the totem?
Totem's up.
My bad. I think I was too close. I was trying to get in pyro range.
Your pyro should have a much longer range than that.
I don't know. Well, as soon as it lit up, I was like, alright, well, I'm in range. But it seemed like the gnome came and tried to tag me.
So are we pulling, or are we just shooting it after you guys pull?
No,
As the
it's
caster.
ideal. It's ideal that your pyro is going off right as the tank who's lip taunting is running in.
Okay, because we're casting at a certain number, but they're already coming before the number's even down, so it's kind of like...
Yeah, that was
I
my
don't know.
fault on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was too close. I think I saw the little leper gnome thing
Go ahead
like
and pull
run.
it, Bill.
3, 2, 1.
We're pulling this back, guys.
Kill the sludge.
But casters, you should be up here, right? Your spells should be ready to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Naxx, lip taunt. I should have called that earlier for you, Naxx. Sorry.
2 mobs in range.
Another tip, guys, just get in the habit of not killing all the rats you see on the side, because the tanks will need them for rage for patchwork. In the future, I know we're not doing it today, but
Let's see who's Soup. You have a lip taunt available for this one?
Yes.
All right, I'll get a full timer. So casters, mages, warlocks, you guys should be up here with pumpkins, and you're going to be starting at an appropriate time when the timer is ready to tick. So Soup, you'll start running in and be ready to lip taunt at about 2 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Patchwork. So this guy's mechanic, he's gonna melee the main tank. So as always, it's important that no one is above threat of bumpkins on this fight. However, we have 3 additional tanks that are going to take an ability called Hateful Strike. And it's an AoE attack that hits the next highest people on the threat meter. That needs to be Gale, Steph, and Naxx. If you are higher threat than them, you're likely to get one shot by this attack. If you are higher threat than them, then you can try to save yourself by getting in the poison sludge and keeping your life at like 50%, like you see that Question has done over there. If you touch the sludge one time, it'll cut your life down to like 50%. So it's good to keep life low here. Okay. Shamans, you're not going to be chain healing. It's the only heals that are going out are on the tanks.
Bubs, shamans should only be chain healing Bubs because it's going to heal all the tanks at once.
I see. All right. I thought we all focused shamans for healing on tanks, focused heals. No?
No, the shamans do heal the tanks, but they chain heal because it gives all of the tanks health. You know what I mean? Shaman single target healing is fucking trash, so the chain heal is the most effective way for a shaman to heal tanks on Patchwork.
Okay. All right. Well, it's only going to work if the melee don't climb threat, because the minute somebody climbs threat and is above one of the tanks, then that chain heal, right, they're going to have to pop in the poison, and then the chain heal is going to go to the melee. That's not tanky, right?
If you're max range, you're not going to get it anyway. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Like, if the tanks are on me, and then Big Fat Patchwork is, right here, if melee's max range here and the close to the slime, if they need the dip, the chain heals are not going to bounce this far all the way to the melee DPS.
Okay. So should I be tanking him that far in, like in this big square right here?
They are a little bit further back, just giving the melee the option to run out and dip if they need to.
Okay.
Because wherever he stops, because the optimal pull when he stops is you're going to do your bow dynamite, and all you guys are going to shout, and he'll run straight into you. You don't want to do it at an angle because that kind of tends to fuck people up coming in. So he's gonna end up right at that crack in the line, straight ahead of you. He's gonna stop right about there, and then if you just pull him straight back, that just makes it easier for the tanks to get their job done.
Okay. Tanks, this is like a full mitigation set.
Another thing about the threat for this boss only, he gives static threat to the top 4 guys. So if a DPS creeps into that top 4, it's really hard to get out of that static threat. It's like every 2 seconds, the top 4 get an additional 500 threat added every single 2 seconds. So if DPS jump the gun and they get into that top 4, they're usually going to get slammed.
Yeah, they're just gonna die. Especially if it's a rogue. Okay. What else? I mean, I'm sure we have to have focused healing assignments here. Our healers, are you guys working that out?
Yeah, we've got one of our priests are missing. So right now we've got I'm on Bubkins, and then we're gonna all try to hit Naxx, but then we've got everyone down. Gale and Steph will be done by Death and Futon.
Okay. Steph, Gale, and Naxx, do you guys all have greater stone shield potions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's give, like I said, I don't let's give this a look. I would say, let's not burn a bunch of consumables here. Let's get everybody an opportunity to engage this boss and feel it out. And we've gotten some full we almost have a full group, which is great. So maybe we can give this a legitimate look once we get a feel for it. Any questions, guys? Anything that I'm missing? Cryptics, pits, anything that needs to be addressed?
This is one of the longest fights in the game. So healers, it's going to be a little, especially without world buffs. Obviously, yeah, the kill is probably not realistic, but it's such a long fight, even with world buffs, and you can't ever stop healing. You cannot ever stop healing. If you stop healing, your tank's going to die. So even if he looks like he's at full health, send a lower rank heal so that you can just keep healing nonstop. Because keeping inspiration buff on your tanks is so important, and he will always hateful strike the off tank with the highest HP. So if all 3 off tanks are low, the next off tank to get hit is dead. That's why it's so important to just keep healing nonstop. Yeah, hateful strike hits for a lot of physical damage. A lot of physical damage. So, Bubkins, when you pull him, the off tanks, you guys can't just bloodthirst right away, because if you jump Bubkins in threat, you might assume the number 1 spot, and then if tank swapping starts going on the threat meter, you might get hit by him normally and then by his hateful. So you guys need to all shout to get on the threat table, and then just maybe auto attack for 1 or 2 global cooldowns for Bubkins to get that lead, and then you guys start fucking pumping.
So I was not going to use Death Wish. Are you saying I should?
I don't think you need to with Thunder Fury. It should be fun.
Because that sounded a little scary. Death Wishing.
It is, especially going in cold. Your guys' first attempt. If your healers are all healing, I think you'll be okay. Here's the thing, though: the main tank takes the least amount of damage. It's just more consistent.
Right.
So once you guys feel it out, obviously adjust how you think you should. But it's just important for the off tanks not to just fucking heroic bloodthirst crit right off the rip, and then next thing you know, Pumpkins is no longer the main tank, and the off tanks start getting smoked. It's really important to establish that 1 through 4 without the 1 getting jumbled into the other guys. You'll see it once we get into the fight a couple times.
Yeah. Okay, let's get a summon on multi. Okay, does anybody else have any questions? We're gonna give him a pull when he comes back the next time.
Have we done healing assignments?
The priests have, and I think the shamans are discussing. So.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't here.
Did you fall asleep again, Kimbarg?
No, my power went out this time, but I'm close to falling asleep. I'm like on 24 hours of no sleep now because I'm a silly.
One thing to watch out for off tanks, since you guys are using 3 off tanks, 2 of you guys are probably going to be pretty rage starved unless you guys match up your HP together. So if some of you guys are a little behind total HP of the other tanks, take the Fortitude Elixir and the Alcohol buff. If one of you guys is like really high ahead, then drop some of those extra consumes. You guys want to be as close as you can to total HP as off tanks. Otherwise, what happens is he keeps focusing the same guy over and over again, and then the other tanks have no rage, and then the DPS can't do anything.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get a ready check. Like I said, we're just getting a look here. Get everybody getting a feel for this boss.
Melee DPS should stand way off to the right over here. That way they avoid parry hasting the boss, and also they can dip before going into the fight.
Futon, you ready?
If we need to have the druid or the druids innervate, who's going to be the best healer? Like, is it going to be a shaman to be the best in keeping everybody up? Like, who's the best to use those innervates on?
It's just going to be situational, is the thing. Since some of you guys, I'll use such varying levels of gear. Obviously Tross is and Gordo are going to be sending out some huge heals, and Pontius, so since they're healing all the tanks, might be better on them, but the priests are also super important because flash heal is your biggest short-term heal going out. It's just situational. It's going to have, like any other fight, whoever needs it, they should call for it.
Well, let's do, first of all, we can do...
We could change that then.
DPS Cryptix is asking you guys to stand in the slime until you have 1k health. You want all the melee DPS over there with you, right, Cryptix?
Yeah.
All right. So Soup, that's you. Turbo Troll, that's you.
Not the
We got-
ranged.
No, right. All the melee.
Don't heal
melee
Kesher.
DPS.
Don't heal Kesher.
Soup.
If any of you hunters have a Screech pet, it is incredibly helpful on this boss.
Soup, are you there? Soup, snake, Snoop, snake, hello. Turn off the Packer game. Soup. He's ready checking. What the heck? He's ready checking, but he's non-responsive to chat. You gotta go stand with Cryptics. It's time to turn off the Backstreet Boys, buddy. You gotta what? Pay attention. All right.
Soup, what are we doing on this fight?
We're zugging. We're gonna keep my health up under 1K. I'm gonna dip in the screen.
Somehow he was paying attention.
Well, sort of.
All right, I was just out of the room for a second.
You are zugging, but your threat needs to stay under the 4 marked tanks.
Yeah.
I say again, please don't heal Kesha.
You healed yourself.
Yeah, melee
No,
DPS. Just give the tanks a few seconds. Like I know a lot of you guys have done this before. You're used to running in as soon as the fight starts. Just melee DPS. Just hang back a few seconds. Let them figure it out. A few of these guys have never done this fight before.
Just call when we go in. Just call it. We'll all hang back until you call it. Easy peasy.
There you
go. And my tanks, as you run in, please, like Pitts has said, don't parry haste the boss. Attack once you're behind him. I would
Do the
love.
tanks on you, Bubs?
What's that?
Do we stack on you?
No, you're going to be behind. You're going to be behind the boss like you would any other time.
Okay.
Max melee range.
For your reference, I'm trying to. Yeah, you go. It's not important.
Healers again. Whoever your target is, it's really important that you just focus on your target. Like if you're jumping between tanks, the hatefuls come out so hard and so fast that you might not have time to react to healing the person you're supposed to heal. So even if your tank is at high health, still heal your target, maybe downrank a little bit, but then get right back into your normal heal. It's a super long fight for healing. It's brutal. Like it's really brutal on healers.
Okay, so we need a healer assigned to Naxx. Hot Mama says there's nobody assigned to him.
There's not a priest assigned to him.
But we have heals for Naxx, right?
So if one of the shamans or a druid wants to focus on him, that would be good.
So
Just
I wasn't
assign somebody.
No, never mind. Go for it. America can do it. America, do Naxx, please.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Patchwork want to play. I can't cast it. That spell isn't ready yet. No more play.
Yeah, I don't. I remember how I said, guys,
Tanks, you have to stand together because that's how the chain heals work. That's weird.
Just die. So all the tanks have to stand on Bubkins.
Everyone is standing in front of him?
The tanks, all the tanks do, yeah. All the tanks stand together with you.
Yeah, the tanks are right here.
It's
And
the
then
DPS
the
thing a
melee
lot.
will be over here.
Okay, I mean, I specifically told them to stand behind, purely because that just sounds like a recipe for more parries.
It's just the way the boss mechanic works. There's no other good way to heal. Like if we were Alliance and we didn't have shamans, it'd be one way, but using shamans, you guys have to stand together.
Okay.
I have a soul stone.
Is it usually 3 tanks, or why do we have 4?
So you can. Oops, he comes all the way there. You can do up to 4 tanks. That's how we used to do it in vanilla. It spreads out the damage, but then it also spreads out the healing. So it's one of those things where, depending on your group composition, you just have to test the waters and see. We've killed him. When I was progging this, we've killed him with 3 off tanks. We've killed him with 1 off tank. It just depends on the group you have.
Okay, so
one of these crates resets it. Fuck.
help me understand. Like, if the tanks, wouldn't it be better for the off tanks to be to the side? At least then there's not a parry. Like, why would they all stand in the front?
I'm out of range.
It's so the chain heal doesn't go to the melee.
Yeah, so that makes sense. If the shaman need a chain heal, then the melee have to be out of range of the chain heal. So the chain heals just hit the tanks. That's why you guys all have to be in the same spot, yeah.
And honestly,
But if we have
Bubkins, you're gonna take the.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'll say Bubkins as the main tank. You're actually gonna take the least amount of damage by a significant margin. So it's just one of those things that, the healing we have with shamans. That's what a Horde's strong point. Usually the healing is gonna outweigh the extra parries on the main boss for this fight.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll say Steph was like immediately picked up threat on the boss, so I don't know. It may be that he's main tanking this.
No, we should.
I just battle shouted.
Yeah, all 3 off tanks. So your rotation, again, why I said to make sure to leave the rats as someone killed them all. If you guys have rage going into this fight, you guys can battle shout and establish yourselves on the threat table, and then let Bubkins do his 2 global cooldowns, and then the off tanks can continue the rest of their standard rotation. Yes, Demo Shout works on Hateful Strike. All attack power debuffs work on this boss. And all armor buffs work for mitigation. So I saw you. I don't know if you threw dynamite or shot an arrow, but yeah. So if you dynamite, arrow, and then shout, Bubkins, and then the 3 off tanks shout. That will put you guys on the threat table, and then Bubkins, if you go into your normal rotation, and the off tanks just wait a couple global cooldowns, that will set that 1 through 4.
Okay.
As we get better at this, you can start off the fight dual wielding if you need to, just like on twins, just to kind of get that threat jump and then throw your shield on. But this is just one of those fights where the tanks just need a lot of practice. It's just it's just a weird mechanic, and threat updates only every every 1.5 seconds. So it's just important for the off tanks to give the main tank time to establish that set number 1.
Renee, can I get a summon, please?
Pretty please.
Thank you.
Naxx, do you have any other gear besides what you're wearing?
Thank you.
Where's your tier 2.5 gear?
Soup, will you put on what do you have for mitigation, Soup? Can I see?
Yeah, I'm in it right now.
The hateful strike is going to hit 3 people, right? Regardless of what you select, it's going to hit the 3 other top heals or the top threat, right?
It's always going to hit the highest health off tank between 2 and 4 on the threat table. So in theory, it could hit the same off tank over and over and over and over and over again if when that goes out, that off tank has higher health than the other off tanks. But it's always number 2 through 4. So 2, 3, and 4 on the threat table.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try this. Naxx, you can DPS. Soup, you're going to be the 4th tank here.
All right.
So again, off tanks, once the pull happens, so again, after he gets hit by the dense dynamite or the bow or whatever, all off tanks need to shout to get on the threat table. And then they just let Bubkins assume that number 1 spot. So just auto attack until he has a nice little chunk, and then you move into your standard rotation.
All right. Make sure everybody's ready here. Triello, what do you need? Phone, are you ready? Triello? All right, I'm gonna get some rage. Naxx,
And then,
still
sorry, go ahead.
Naxx, you need to be with the melee where Cryptix is.
Well, Cryptix is over here now. Is he? Are you tanking Cryptix? Who's the
No.
4 tanks? Okay.
Can you go over the tank stuff again real quick, just for soup?
So it's really important that the off tanks stay under Bubkins, but they never drop below 4th on threat. So when establishing threat, Battle Shout gives a little bit of threat. So when Bubkins does the pull and you are in combat, if you just click Battle Shout and you just get that little, 30, 40, 50 threat, let Bubkins get that huge number 1 lead and then assume your normal rotation. Also, healers, it's very, 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 very important that you grab whatever rank 1 heal off of your bars and make sure all of your tanks have that inspiration or ancestral fortitude buff before the pull. Because that 25% armor is going to be really huge. You don't want to wait until combat started for them to get that 25% armor. And then DPS warriors, don't fucking click any buttons when combat starts. Because if you guys battle shout on the way in, you might pull threat, and he'll come over to us. So DPS guys, just make sure you don't fucking touch anything until the fight is established.
Yeah, can we? Sorry, go ahead, Hama.
That's it. I was just Pone was still over here with us. I was just telling him to go over to the melee.
Okay, let's give it another go. All right, I'm gonna throw a dynamite here.
Kel'Thuzad make Patchwork his avatar of war. No more play.
Well, jeez.
A battleship.
Did Gale just get one shot there, or what?
It's looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, he smacked the life out of me.
Yeah, so
Yeah, one shot.
Hey guys, I don't think there's a reset spot here, so you're just running away.
just
Gonna waste more time.
die.
Just run towards the boss and die. You can't get away from it. So before the pull, basically healers, you have to start your heal. Basically, you have to start healing before he gets to the tanks. And then, you know, you guys shout and you're starting your auto attack for off tanks.
Healers, can you do me a favor? Can you type in the name of the tank you're healing in raid chat?
Oh, that couldn't have been helped. He hit me for 8.8k.
Yeah,
If
the
you had
hateful slaps.
inspiration, if you had inspiration, it wouldn't hit you as much, but you didn't. We didn't get it on anybody before the pull.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys need to be doing that. Just like rank 1, heal all the tanks until they have inspiration, and then we pull.
And then, so when Bubs calls that he's pulling, basically because the rank 1 heal is like no mana. You're not going to lose anything, right? So once we're set, just be spamming that rank 1 heal on your tank. And then as soon as Bubkins announces he's going to pull, once you see that dense dynamite in the air, you start your standard healing for this fight. And then, so ideally, off tank number 1 gets fucking chunked. And as he's getting healed up, off tank number 2 is going to get Hateful Strike, and his health's going to drop. And then, as 1 and 2 are getting healed up, off tank number 3 is going to get Hateful Strike and get healed up. So it's just like a constant, between those 3 guys, they're all going to dip super low. And as they get healed up, the other off tanks are going to receive those Hatefuls.
We have 3 on Steph. Shouldn't we pull one of the shaman off Steph and move him to Gale?
I'm doing Gale, so we only have 2 on Gale.
Heard. And tanks, if you're able to kill the rats or whatever, which I don't think we can, they haven't come back yet, but then we can start you off with a bubble too, and that will help a little bit.
It's too far away.
Are people like logging off? And is that why people are getting teleported?
No, I keep. Damn slimes.
So it would be good to try to get maybe a little bit longer lasting on this boss, so we know we have some of the mechanic down before we move to Gothic.
Yeah, if you guys can stabilize, that's the whole fight.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
DPS,
other mechanics.
yeah, like melee and stuff right now, I wouldn't worry too much about Papa Consumes. Until we can survive for more than 5 seconds, you're just burning it for no reason.
Come group up for buffs, guys, if you need them.
There's some rats at the next cart over, if you guys need them for rage.
I'm out of range.
Are we ready to try again?
Yep, I think so. Whoops.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Patchwork want to play.
Soup's down.
No, if your off tank dies, just heal a different off tank. He's not going to be able to get back on the threat table. So battle resing and off tank isn't going to be able to help. And then again, if any, so demo shout needs to be up 100% of the time. And then any hunters with screech pets definitely need them here.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
What about like Thunderclap?
Thunderclap is overridden by Thunder.
I'm sorry, Gal.
So, why is he doing this?
The off tanks are dead.
Because the off tanks are dead.
Yeah, off tank's dead.
So yeah, there's no use to battle res any of the off tanks if they die. Like if
Yeah.
Soup dies, he's never going to be able to catch up on threat.
I shouldn't have
like-
accepted it, honestly. I forgot I did.
Well,
That's
that
okay,
was a
that's
lot better. Like that was much better.
71%.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So okay, so I guess there's something I'm not the hateful strike. I mean, I was on the top of the threat, but he's turned around focusing on everybody but me. I guess that's what I'm not understanding.
He only turned around after the off tank started dying.
Right. But I was still at the top of the threat list. So why is he turning and facing at everybody else like the whole time?
He hateful strikes the off tanks. If there's not an off tank to hateful strike, he's gonna hateful strike the next highest guy in threat, which is probably some warrior.
Oh, are we trying again?
Doesn't it also have to do with how much health the person has?
Yes.
So it's like the melee with the highest health gets hit if they're higher than one of the off tanks. Is that correct, Bits?
Yeah, so it's the way it's established is 2, 3, and 4 will always get hateful, and he chooses that person based on whoever has the highest HP. If all of the off tanks are dead, he just picks the next highest in melee range to hateful strike.
Huh.
So if all the off tanks are alive, it doesn't matter. But as soon as you start losing them, that's when shit gets jumbled.
Yeah, so what you saw, Bubkins, is like Soup went down first, and then it was Gale, and then the next two are behind you, right, or behind the boss somewhere after Seth, and then Seth died, and then he's going all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, the first 20 seconds it was great. Like everything was working as it was supposed to, and then as soon as people started dying, then he spins around and starts hateful striking whoever the fuck.
Yeah, it was like he wasn't even looking at me anymore. Like it didn't matter, even though I was like triple the threat of everybody else.
Yeah, he will turn to hateful strike and then he'll go back to you.
Huh.
And then another thing, if you guys make the determination that it's too hard to spread out the healers amongst 3 off tanks, you can always drop down to 2 off tanks, and that moves a couple of the healers into the other off tanks. But you just got to know that those 2 off tanks are going to get hit faster. So it's just a balancing act with the group comp.
Yeah, like today that'd probably be the best stand since we only have 3 priests. Mm-hmm.
Well, I noticed at the end of that too, a lot of the healers were tapped out.
Oh, I was
Like,
mana. Yeah, I mean,
this is a fight where, like, if your max mana is 9k, right, when you're at 7k mana, you want to pop a mana pot. And then when you hit 7k again, you want a demonic room. You want to, like, use your cooldowns as soon as possible. So they're back up. Because you're going to be able to use them 2 or 3 times this fight. Right?
yeah, it's pretty much like the twins.
Yeah, and again, you need to be mindful of the heals you're casting. If you're casting max rank chain heal, or I'm sorry, max rank flash heal, even with world buffs, you're going to be out of mana. So it's finding that sweet spot where you can just make sure you're healing the entire fight.
All right, guys, we're going to give this one more look just to help some of this stuff that we're learning stick, and then we're going to move on to Gothic. So, yeah, I'm still not, like, I don't understand how you can select. Well, we're only going to have 2 off tanks. Well, isn't the game mechanic gonna pick some other target for you? Like how?
We select it by having all the melee go into the Green River, right? And that lowers all the melee's health by half. And so the only people with high enough health to absorb the hatefuls are the off tanks and you.
I see. So that requires everyone, all the melee, anyone who's DPSing in melee range, you have to go in with 50% of your health and stay that way.
And we've done that every attempt. We've nailed that every attempt.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Soup, you can DPS.
Okay.
That might be good, at least until we have our other priest here to, we just don't have a priest to focus on 3.
Who were the healers that were healing Soup? I know America was one.
And then tanks, I know it's a lot going on. Stone Shield's got to be up 100% of the fight.
Yeah, I hadn't been using them because I didn't know how many we were going to go through, but let's use them this time, guys. Tanks, let's pop those. Let's give this our all, just to see how far we can go.
Yeah, and Bubs, your health doesn't really matter compared to the off tanks. You can go as high as you want to go. It's just if the off tanks are close in health, which they are, which is awesome, it helps distribute those hateful strikes a little bit more evenly between them.
Okay. Yeah, if you're willing to consume, let's do it. Let's give this a go, see how far we can get.
And healers, if your off tank dies, just immediately switch to the other off tank and start healing him. And you can do this with 2. It's tough, but you can do it with 2 just to get more looks at it. So like if Gale goes down, immediately switch to Steph. If Steph goes down, immediately switch to Gale. And just pretend like nothing happened.
He's okay.
So, no, here's the thing, Zug. If you only have one off tank, they're going to eat every hateful, so they're going to need every other healer on them. He's going to be getting hit for 8k every 2 seconds.
All right.
Would it be beneficial then to have Snoochie come over and help with heals and innervate, maybe?
That's your guys' call.
With 3, I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. His mana pool is very small. In
5,
Pharaoh.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Kel'Thuzad make patchwork his avatar.
DPS, just wait a second. There you go. Nice threat lead. Now, melee DPS do not pass Steph. Don't pass at number 3. If you move into the 4 spot, that's fine. Just make sure you're dipping.
Focus down.
How is Bubs the first one to go down there? Shouldn't he be like receiving less damage? Am I mistaken?
He was, it just happens.
Yeah.
Well, I also think what you're saying is that if we only have 2 off tanks, doesn't that mean that more of the hateful, like there's more damage being spread across fewer targets, right?
Yeah, but you died first, and you were number 1 on threat, so that was just a lapse in healing somewhere. It wasn't like you didn't get a hateful. I never saw you drop below number 2 on threat.
I don't know why he's taking so much damage then. I mean, because Trost and I are on him, and I couldn't just do rank 4. I had to do full rank flash heals over and over and over again, and I still couldn't keep the guy up. And shield.
It looks like
I'd have to see the logs to let you know exactly what went down.
I mean, you can look at the deaths if you go to the
No demo shout? Okay, yeah, no demo shout. That's huge. And then again, without Screech, that's extra damage he's taken.
We running back?
No, we're on the off tanks because we're assuming they're going to be taking more damage.
Let's do. Let's try this one more time, guys. Let's do it once more. And then when we die, we'll just run back in so that we don't have to fight our way through the slimes.
Even though Bubkins is going to be taking less damage than the off tanks, it's not that he's taking a little damage. Like, it's still a boss. He still gets hit, So, I don't know how many healers you guys have assigned to him. Most raids for this fight, were world buff, and you have at least 3 healers on each tank. Usually 4 for a total of 12 healers.
I'll switch to Bubs then now. I think
Has he reset?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was different like that time, because the other times Bubkins is usually the last one to go down, so I'm not really sure why he was taking so much more damage that time. Oh yeah, that's why.
But that's not going to change. So,
no.
The
Bubkins
number
was
1
the
tank.
first to die. He was the first one to
Yeah.
die.
And I'll look through the logs after they get uploaded, and we can break down exactly what happened in the fight.
You have
Sometimes you
details?
get crushing blow. Sometimes you get, he may have gotten double.
Details?
I don't.
Oh, okay. It looks like he got hit twice within 1 second for 2K, and then after that he only got 1 chain heal for 2.7, and then a second chain heal for 400. So it was probably like an off heal, and then 2 more melees after that within 1.5 seconds. So
I'm putting on better gloves. I'll be using Pearl Shirok, which means we won't have Thunder Fury here. Should we assign like one of the DPS warriors to be doing Thunderclap?
Absolutely.
Let's
Yeah,
do...
nobody was doing it because you had Thunder Fury on.
Right, yeah. No, I get it. I'm just wondering if it makes sense to say, hey, have
Yeah,
somebody... Yeah, Cryptix, you want to have somebody assign that to somebody?
True Love, can you do Thunderclap? Keep it on boss all the time.
Yeah, I can do that.
How about demo?
And then, Zug, can you do demo? I was doing it earlier, but it kept getting pushed off as well.
You don't need 40 here, Pone.
So if we die, if we manage to log out, can we get summons?
Yeah.
Since we're supposed to run again? Oh, okay. I was just trying to save my consumes.
I've not been able to log out against this boss.
Yeah, me neither. It keeps telling me I can't.
I mean, as soon as I heard Bubs was down, I like got started. I got ready to. Then I started seeing people fall, so I was like, all right, logging.
He ran. He got out of here.
I would not want to play with you in hardcore.
Oh heck no. Well, I'd cast a portal. If you managed to click on it, you'd be good.
Well, the rats are back, so maybe start with some rage.
All right, I'm going all out for the finale here. We're gonna let him pad away. I'm not gonna get rage right now. It'll be gone. I want to do. Let's put Steph. I feel like
Gale and Seth, do you guys have any other gloves on you besides Edge Masters and Age Core leather gloves? You have
I
like
have Wrath on me,
Might
right?
or Wrath or anything? I'd put that on. Like it's such a huge loss of armor and stamina and defense.
Like especially now while we're just trying to get the fight established and stabilized. Like almost no guilds killed us without world buffs, right? So what's important here is getting the healers used to how they have to heal and getting the tanks used to how they have to do the pull and then get set in the fight. So the more mitigation you guys have for now, it's gonna give us a better chance of getting the mechanics figured out. It's like melee DPS, just sit back and let them, get 10 seconds of getting set up. Don't even worry about it.
All right, just doing a ready check. He's coming back. Let's make sure everybody's ready.
Make sure you guys get inspiration.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kel'Thuzad make Patchwork his avatar of war.
So Snoochies, because you're number 4, you're gonna keep generating threat nonstop this fight. Just a heads up. So make sure you stay dipped and make sure you don't pass kill.
Kill Ignite.
You can let Ignite go pretty high. As long as it doesn't pass Bubkins, you're good. Like if you get a nice Ignite rolling, just, penetrate it.
Damn.
I mean, honestly, guys, that's a pretty good attempt. Like, it got pretty stabilized. You guys saw the fight mechanics. You guys saw the threat mechanics.
Yeah,
it's just it's so healing intensive is the thing. I'm sure you healers are seeing that now.
Yeah, and I think it's just getting all the healers, making sure we're using the right spells. Because I didn't feel like, I felt like mana for me I was able to control it pretty well. So I think as long as we're all doing the right ones, that should
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research for Druid as well because I think I got absolutely carried in this fight with Naughty. Because I'm trying to use rank 7, either rank 7 or rank 4 because of the cast time.
Healing touch.
Yeah, of course.
You also got to remember
Bread
that
and butter.
we're not relying on in those fights. Also, you got to think there's eight shamans usually too,
Yeah,
and
you're
4
like
priests. So the druid isn't really relied upon like you're going to be here. And you can go back and look at Naughty's old logs when we had 2, 3, 4 resto druids, and look at the look at our kills then, and look at what the heals they were using. Usually, generally, though, it's still healing touch, just because the hots
Yeah, with world
aren't
buffs.
big enough, and when the hots aren't big enough, like you got to
Really?
have those big chunk heals. Yeah, like even if you load them up with hots, like unless you're on Bubkins, you can probably get away with it. But if you're healing an off tank, you just need those big chunk heals coming in all the time. It's just the way the mechanic works for Hateful Strike. It's such a strong, powerful hit that tanks. You can see the tank's health; they're going from 100% to 10%
Yeah.
every time. It's a huge hit. So getting them back up to full health is so important before they get the next Hateful Strike. And I think it's only 1.8 seconds between Hateful Strikes. So that's the only time you have your tanks getting hit, and then 1.8 seconds later the other tank's getting hit, and then 1.8 seconds later your tank's getting hit again. If he's not at full health, he's dead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, it's once especially world buff, it makes a huge difference. But yeah, it seemed like you guys got the pull figured out. That's one of the hardest parts, and then it's just managing mana and lasting the rest of the fight after that.
All right, guys, you should be running back and coming in. We're gonna have a repair bot dropped here. Oh, look, Soup's naked.
You would survive, Benny, of course. Oh, okay, good.
Did you get through, Dill?
No, I died.
Are we all running back in?
I didn't pop my invisibility pot quick enough.
No, all of my invis stuff is on my AQ bag.
Who is bringing slimes to us, guys? What is this?
What the?
My fault. I fainted. Damn it! Are they killing people?
Yeah.
Phone. It wasn't Phone's fault, not this time, buddy.
It was totally mine.
I'm fucking
Focus scope. DPS focus scope. Oh, kidney shot works.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I've never even tried it before.
Oh, that's nice. Let's see. Who's still in the other room? Anybody? Keshra?
Yes.
He's waiting for a summon.
Yes, please.
40, can we get a summon on Keshra? Yeah, we're gonna head to Gothic now.
No.
When we get everybody here, we're gonna Dill, I think, has a repair bot he's gonna drop once we know everyone's here and ready to go.
I have a second one to contribute.
Did we go right into Gothic?
I think so. I think, though I've never seen it, I think the
There's
trash
trash.
respawns.
Oh,
Go ahead and
really?
drop the repair bot.
Don't we have to fight like the swords and the staff?
I feel like I've heard that they despawn.
Numa's saying trash is up.
Trash is up. All right. Well, then I guess we got to fight those things. All right. Repair
Come on,
guy.
sir.
Repair on star.
Yeah, all the trash is up. Not all of it, huh? Only some of it is. That's weird. Like the group on the left isn't there, but the group on the
Totally.
right is. That's weird.
Yeah. It was weird. I actually came in here with one of my other mages because I wanted to go talk to the dude. And I walked in here and I'm like, what is this? What is this foolishness? All right. So we're gonna have to kill a little bit of trash, it looks like. Hopefully not too much.
Priest, you get the buffs out, please.
Looks like we're just waiting on a little bit of mana. All right, I'm putting on some consumables, so if you guys want to run some, you should be okay.
Yeah, let's get through this trash fast, guys.
Yes, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and pull that back. We need tremor totems.
I can't cast.
server lore.
And I thought Skull was a captain.
We're disarming these, so keep them disarmed.
It's not ready yet.
Spinning runaway. Yeah, you gotta run away.
Life is meaningless. It is in death.
Clear.
Test.
And then it all spawns at once.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, that's weird that those things pop up. You know, maybe it's a situation where we didn't kill Raz fast enough, and so those happen to be the respawns.
Oh, yeah. They are the first two ones you pull, so. I imagine the next room is full, though.
Huh, no.
Ah, what the? Yeah.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah.
New meta, come in and kill Raz and then log out and leave till the next day.
Yeah, this room is fucking cancer in here. There's axes and swords and fucking things hit hard.
And bears, oh my.
Oh, good thing we got all consumed up here, huh? We made short work of all that.
You did say fast, right?
Never seen that before.
You did say fast. Nothing
I
get much
did,
faster.
yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe our consuming made them disappear.
Alright guys, be aware the boss is up top there. Don't fucking pull him.
Okay. So how this fight works, guys, is when we engage the boss, these gates are going to close, and mobs are going to spawn from these platforms. So we've got 3 tanks on this side. I would guess that we just want our main tanks on the caster side. Is that right? Or is there a better idea to split them up?
Yeah, it's honestly it's not that these guys hit that hard, it's just that they start coming faster and faster. Since you guys have a lot of range DPS in this raid, you could probably put your 3 off tanks over here, and then Bubs, you could come to the other side. That would just require one of the off tanks to pick up Gothic after wave 18.
Okay. All right.
But if you want to do this side, that works too, and then just send your off tank the other side. That's not going to make a difference. It's whatever side you want to be on.
Then I'm going to be on this side this time, but you're saying we should have some more DPS on the dead side?
Dead side seems to get overwhelmed faster in these fights. So generally, you have all of your melee DPS on the dead side. And those of you guys who don't know, the dead side is the side that has all the skull piles. Live side has the platforms. So generally, your melee DPS goes to the dead side, your caster DPS stays on the live side. And then you have 1, sometimes 2 rogues stay on the live side because they interrupt the rider when he does his shadow bow volley.
Mages can counterspell that, right?
I don't believe so. I've only seen rogues assigned to it. I've never seen mages assigned to it. I know you can't. I'm pretty sure you can't pummel it. He's immune to like a couple of things. So I do know the kicks work. We can test it, see what happens. But it's such a short time span that as you're risking the tank dying just to test
Okay.
the counterspell. But it's something you could definitely look into.
The counterspell definitely works.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, then you don't need a rogue over here.
Okay, so mages, you hear that? You need to counterspell. It's the rider.
Shadow Bolt Volley, the guy on the horse.
He always spawns in the middle, right?
Yep, always spawns in the middle.
And DBM is gonna tell you right before he spawns too.
Yeah. So, yeah, keep going. I'll shut up.
I'm gonna. So, all right, Gail, we are gonna mix it up now that I've thought about it, just so we don't get overwhelmed. I'm gonna go to the undead side, just to have that Thunder Fury debuff going out on those mobs. Gail, you're gonna be middle platform here. Steph, you're gonna be off to the left, and Soup, you're gonna be off to the right. You guys are picking up the mobs. Like, you don't have to stand on the platform necessarily, but that's where they're gonna spawn. Okay. Steph and Soup, you guys are going to be over here. Soup, you're going to be here with me, right here. This is where you're going to go. And Steph is going to be on the other one. You guys are picking up the ads as they spawn. I recommend, as a caster, keeping up whatever shield you can, because the Death Knights, they will charge randomly and one-shot you. You can save yourself with a mana shield. Mages, you can save yourself with a blink. As you kill stuff on this side, it's going to spirit form and then come over here to the undead side. And this is where the priority for targets on the live side is the horses with the riders, Death Knights, and then the trainees. If you guys get overwhelmed there, priests you can shackle. Priests you can shackle, the Death Knights and mages you can polymorph the trainees, but only do that if we call for it on the undead side, that we need you to slow down. Otherwise, just keep killing them. And then honestly, I don't know how the dead side works. I've never been over here, so go ahead, cryptics or pits.
Yeah, so here I'll mark myself. There'll be mobs spawning from these bone piles, like that one, this one here, and this middle one. They do occasionally spawn from the back ones as well, but you don't ever want to pass this bone pile, so don't ever go this way to chase mobs down. On this side, it's the, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the little guys first, because they do the arcane explosion / mana drain thing on the healers, and then it's the Death Knights, and then the riders is for the kill order. And then, from my understanding, the shamans or whoever's healing on this dead side kind of hangs out in this corner back here.
About here,
okay.
where I'm jumping up and down. That way you can reach the middle pile, because you kind of assign one warrior to each pile. They like kind of babysit.
Yep.
And you want to make sure that they can be reached. Right around here-ish is kind of good.
So you healers over here, you don't want to be getting hit by the arcane explosion from the little, what the fuck are they called again?
Trainees.
The trainees?
Yeah.
The trainees die really quick, but they do the arcane explosion, and then it's like a mana burn as well?
I'm not sure about the mana burn, but it's just a lot of
it's
a lot of AoE damage, and it pushes back your casting.
Do you guys normally split comms? So like live side versus undead?
Oh, we gotta communicate. Right?
Yeah,
Because like Log gets overwhelmed, we gotta tell Dead to slow down.
Right.
So is there any druids or priests that come to the dead side, or is it just shaman healing on the dead side?
Well, again, you're talking about like optimal composition. So generally, all the shamans and their fancy Wind Furies would come over to dead side. But you guys, the healing really doesn't matter as long as you can keep both sides alive. There's way more damage that goes out on the dead side, which is why the shamans are optimal for the dead side, because they can heal multiple targets at once.
I mean,
I
I'd
guess-
probably, sorry, I'd probably send Moo over there, yeah, with the 3 tanks.
Yeah.
And then have the rest of the shamans, and I don't know how you want to break up the rest of the heals. I'll leave that up to you.
Well, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, do we want? Do the priests need to stay with their assigned tank, or is it more just raid heals?
There's way more raid healing on the dead side. There is raid damage on the live side, but it's not as often and not as much as long as the Shadow Bolt volley is interrupted. If the horse manages to charge, it's just like down in the stable room. You know, when the horses charge and everyone gets fucking clapped? That can happen here if you guys don't kill the horses fast enough on the live side. But again, there's way more damage going out on the dead side.
Well, we only have 4 shamans. If
Right,
we're relying
we'll
on
do it.
shamans only,
Well, we
only
got
have 4
5.
shamans over here. Huh?
Oh yeah, 4 over here.
Yeah, there'll only be 4 over here if Moo is going to be over there with the warriors giving Wind Fury. So, you know, we might want to have a priest or a druid, something over here just to help more focused heal.
I'm on dead side. Got them.
All right. Does if Pop Mama is over here on the dead side, does that work? Does that mess up? I mean, she won't be able to shackle anything, but do we need more than 2 shackles?
Depends on how the fight goes.
Maybe
Sometimes you need a few shackles. Sometimes you get away with none. Without world buffs, shackling is pretty important.
Yeah, then maybe send one of the druids over instead.
Yeah, I think Kimbarg is going to be over here. Okay. Well, let's give it a look. See
Well,
what we got.
Did you talk about the kill order over here on the live side?
I did. Yeah, you guys' kill order is horses, death knights, and then the trainees.
If
Okay.
we
Yeah,
were
this
to
starts-
shackle, who are we shackling? Like, what's the priority?
I don't even think you can shackle the riders. I think you can only shackle the death knights.
Yeah, so you have little unarmed foot soldiers, you have normal death knights with a shield and a sword, and then you have the big horse riders. If you're going to be shackling, yeah, I would just shackle the foot soldiers because I don't think you can shackle the horses. But again, we can try it, see what happens, just to test it. More information is better for next time.
Yeah. Hey, warriors, this is not a fight for Titanic legs and lion hearts. If you have your tier 2.5 or something else, it's probably a really good idea to wear it. These fucking mobs hit really hard.
And it's about a 4 minute to look like 4.5 minutes, I think, before Gothic comes down. So we have to kill the trash in that time. When he comes down, he's going to teleport right into the middle of the live side. So tanks, you got to pick it up. Gale, Steph, you guys need to get in there and get top threat. And then like at every 15 seconds or 20 seconds, he'll teleport back and forth from live to dead. And the gate will open once he gets down to maybe like 30% health or something like that. And then we can all join together. But until that happens, he keeps going back and forth.
All right, let's just do this. Naxx, can you come to Star? And you're just gonna hang out by this bone pile, pick up anything that spawns off of it. Make sure nothing goes over to those healers over there. And then let's have Gamer Orc. Can you come to Star? You're gonna be hanging out here. And then I'll hang out here and float around a little bit.
All right. Well, let's.
Numa, you should be on the other side.
Nope, all melee should be over here except the tanks. The 3 tanks that are assigned.
Yeah, mages, if you guys don't counterspell that Shadow Volley, everyone's dead. No pressure.
Sorry, I just stepped away for a second.
You got it, mages. There's 6 of you. You're all good.
Do we want to do a full consume here? I think everybody's got a bunch of consumes on anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got consumes and you want to use them, let's do it. Don't want to. I mean, being that we've never pulled the boss, like if you guys are running low, then just wait, because we're going to give this a couple of attempts. We've got time.
Warriors on dead side, I would recommend stone shield potions. These guys hit really fucking hard, especially the rider and the death knight. And the little guy does a bunch of AoE damage.
Hard enough that I should have on mitt gear, or no?
No.
Okay.
Just hard enough that you shouldn't be wearing Lionhearts and Titanics and no, you need stam gear and, plate gear.
We're gonna pre-pop the Greater Arcane Protection Potion on dead side.
It would help.
Zabu, Cine, Triello, you guys ready?
I have extra Greater Arcane on dead side if you guys need any. Just open tree love.
Yeah, I'm just coordinating with the mages. We're good.
Okay. Let's give it a go. You guys just somebody ranged a hunter or something, shoot Gothic, and that triggers it to start.
Going.
There it goes.
Dead side, I would recommend, if you're not babysitting a pile, try and stick together, guys, because the faster we down one target, that's less raid damage going out. If we're all split between 3 piles, all 3 piles are getting hit,
Yeah, so on dead side, if you look up top at like the skull with the apron, I guess, if you will, it'll like beam out where the next spawn is going to be, so you can just watch that.
Here they go.
You tank him by the platform. Just tank him straight up there.
Remember, don't pass this pile on the dead side.
Yeah, healers, just remember to stay back away from the pile so you're not getting hit by all the arcane explosion. And yeah, intercepts are great, and then kidney shot every chance you get. I remember dead side, if you have to choose between the ghosts, the trainees, and another target, the trainees are always first.
Death Knight. Rather, Rider.
Bumpkins, I would focus on picking up that horse too. Thing hits really hard.
Do we lose our right side bone pile tank?
Yeah.
We're gonna need shackles now. Well, that side's getting overwhelmed.
All right, shackling. Oh, got broke. Next Death Knight, don't mess with him. I want to shackle.
Yeah, it's a horrible run. Well, that wave 18 is the last wave, so almost made it to the end.
Yeah, I think we definitely got that if we just get 3 shackles out. And I mean, we did good until just right there at the end.
Yeah, it's pretty easy up until like wave 14 and on, and it's just like fucking relentless.
Yeah.
When let's say wave 10 is a really good time to hit your stone shield or refresh any other protection potions you have going on.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even call that out to pop stone shields, but yeah, we
That's all when
definitely
you
need
do
it.
it. That's all when you did it, and that I should have called it out.
Yeah,
Tanks,
usually.
what you're saying.
Sorry, go
So
ahead.
Numa, the issue on the live side is the soldiers. It doesn't matter if you taunt them or whatever; they're always going to charge ranged DPS, and it's just corralling them back in. So even if you perfectly time your taunt, they'll do the charge and then they'll come back to the tank. They're always going to charge into the melee or into the ranged DPS. So it's hard to just keep those guys corralled at the station.
Something I've seen to avoid that is placing hunter pets in between the raid and the tanks.
Oh yeah,
They have to be
try
like
that.
right in the middle.
I'm out of range.
The other thing with that Numa is that if you do get a charge, everyone's going to get damaged versus just 1 or 2 people get damage. It's kind of that's a balancing act.
I saw a lot of melee getting focused, just focusing the Death Knights and Riders. Like, you gotta kill the ghosts first, guys. They do the most damage.
Yeah, also pay
Drink
attention to your
trees.
positioning. Make sure you're behind the target. You're not getting cleaved by the other guys.
True, yep. So if you're tanking one of those Riders, just turn them away from everybody else.
And so when people were saying, okay, we might need some shackles, you guys have to remember a shackle is not like banish. If you hit him, it breaks. Okay, so it's not just a shackle and then it's done. Like if you hit him, it's gonna go right off.
So you're gonna have to like mark your shackle target before you shackle him,
Working on
or right after. Yeah, just you have to coordinate that.
I just need assist then.
Did the counterspell work on the horses?
Give
It's an
Futon
AO.
an assist too.
It's like AOE damage, right? Pit.
It's a shadow
like
bolt
that-
volley that
it's like a
targets
pulse.
everyone. No,
Okay,
I'm
then
pretty,
yeah.
I
I
haven't
think
seen it in
it-
so long.
Oh yeah, I know. I think it did work because all we were getting was the heartbeat pulse from the AOE damage.
Okay.
Everybody come to the middle for rebuff, please.
Guys, we almost fucking have this fight. Once the boss spawns, the fight is over. We're gonna kill the boss. I don't even know what abilities the boss does, but he has like 200k health, maybe more. He's a joke.
And you can maintain the shackles throughout the whole time the boss is out too. So, like, let's say we have shackles out. Even after the boss is dead, you can still keep the shackles up. Just spam shackle if you need to, and we can deal with that one ad after the boss is dead.
Hunters, can you try placing your pets right here where this wolf is dead, werehole is dead? So like on in between each platform and the raid, so it charges the pet and not the raid. I've seen that work a couple of times, so let's see if it works here.
I'm almost at death.
Not too close to the platform, so it actually charges.
All right, guys, we're gonna get this one.
Do you priests have like I don't know how the Death Knights come out over here. It's been a long time since I've been on live side, but if I don't know how you set this up, Hot Mama, if like you want to have one of the priests on the left and middle and right shackle, or I don't know what you did.
Yes, Bhutan. Death Knights are the ones you shackle. So should we just regularly, if as soon as we see a Death Knight, get him shackled just to slow everything down? Is that what we're saying?
No,
I mean,
I think
Pick
I
a
don't think
wave.
so.
Yeah,
Pick a
I
wave
was just,
number.
yeah, exactly. I mean, 18 we were wiping, and so maybe like 12 or 14 we start.
14
Sounds
probably
good.
be a good number.
14 start shackling the Death Knights.
It kind of it allows Dead Side to kind of reset and focus up again.
And who's gonna call for them to break the shackle and continue?
Just hold them to the end of the fight.
Okay.
Yep. So if the priest just, mark it, you can mark it with whatever mark you want.
Yeah, I've built something. Go into general chat. If you're a priest, you're gonna do that macro. You should see /run set rate target in brackets target and then comma 4. 4 is square, so just assign any other fucking number and it will give you a different target. Play with that, get whatever target you want, and that's the nominated one that we're not going to use. And then obviously cast shackle. The mark should be on the target before your shackle comes off.
Do they have to change the set raid target to the actual name of the mob or what?
Negative. It will work as they will like click on the mob, the Death Knight, and then as it's casting, then it will go off.
Yeah.
Like the
That's
marker
just
should go off before the turn.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
it's just a
a
mark.
macro to mark. Yeah. I've never seen that. It's nice.
My fucking disk is not letting me copy and paste or whatever. I had to type that out manually.
All right, dead side guys, let's get some consumes going. I see some of you guys with nothing. Do all you warriors have stone shields? If not, trade me.
Another thing is we did get a lot of the trainees, so it might make sense to polymorph one side of those just to slow them down a little bit as they come over. Just a thought, because we got a lot of those. I think that's what ended up killing Naxx actually.
What killed Naxx?
The arcane explosion things, the trainees.
Yeah, we definitely have to focus on the trainees. They're number one. So just like Pitt said earlier, if you're choosing between a ghost trainee and a death knight or a rider, you need to choose the ghost, the trainee.
Warriors. The Death Knight's at 50%. You see a ghost spawn, you run to the ghost. The
Yep.
trainee.
All right. Let's get a ready check here.
Yeah, give a Futon assist.
Yeah, give Futon assist so she can mark. Gamer, are you ready?
Yeah, his game crashed. He's relogging.
Oh, okay.
Arcane pots too, guys. On dead side, pop them.
Hey, Death. Try maybe capital S, R, and T for set rate target. I don't know if that would change anything. It's probably better to link the spell rather than type it out of your spell book.
Yeah, the capitals made it work.
Nice.
Yeah, Zug, trade. No worries.
So just make sure you guys are using different numbers, because then your shackles will have the same symbols. If you don't,
I got you. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, gamer back.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, we're looking good. Let's do this thing. Hunter, go ahead and engage. You guys got to engage it over there.
Foolishly you have sought your own demise. Brazenly you have disregarded powers beyond your understanding. You have fought hard to invade the realm of the Harvester. Now, there is only one way out. To walk the lonely path of the damned.
Don't go out there chasing them, guys. Remember, you can outrange your healers.
Stay in the triangle.
pets are working. Just make sure the pets get healed too, otherwise they will die.
Hell yeah.
Fuck them pets.
Hunter useless.
Oh. Ow.
Oh my.
Jesus.
Trainees. Focus the trainees.
Stone shield if you got him.
I used that last fight mistakenly, that's my bad.
Trainee.
Scattershot works, hunters. Rider, live side, rider.
You guys need shackles yet, or are you good for another couple waves?
A few more waves.
Rogues, make sure you're kidney the Death Knights.
The DKs can be slowed on live.
Focus the training. Get off the horse. Kill the.
They need shackles. They need shackles, man.
Yeah, we'll get the shackle.
Shackles, polys, whatever you guys can do.
Hey, if there's a mark, square has a dot. Let's kill square. That's a shackle. Shackle these DKs.
It's a wipe. It's a wipe. Dead side's gone.
What wave was that one?
11?
14?
18.
18 again.
Again.
Okay.
We're not.
So why don't we
focused on
plan?
the ghost.
Let's plant a shackle on 16.
No, it's way sooner.
Yeah, sooner, maybe even like 12.
Okay.
Stick to the plan. Shackle at 12. Focus the ghost.
It just goes so fucking fast, like downhill. Holy.
Yeah, it goes from totally fine to absolutely fucked. That's the thing.
There's a lot of ghosts.
Yeah. Well, you lose. I think we lost a couple. We lost Cryptics and Flash early. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that dude did a whirlwind and hit me once, and I was done. I got in less than a second. I got the whirlwind and a melee critical for like 6K.
Yeah. And are those guys? They're stunnable or no?
Yeah, you can kidney them. That's what I was going for. I was going to get do a 2-combo kidney, but then he just decided to kill me instead. I'll let you hit him next time.
Hey, do the DKs on the live side do any mechanic?
It charge.
Are there
Oh, yeah,
enough?
They would do a whirlwind.
Did you guys feel like you had plenty of heals on the right side? Because I feel like we might be a little bit low on the left. Yeah, low on the dead side.
The first kill goes to me. Anyway.
Yeah, if
we
you guys
seem
could give
fine.
up a healer, that'd be great.
Like, give us your other druid. Give it up.
It's too far away.
Deal.
I'm out of range.
America's pumping over there.
So, Zug, maybe we could like. It can't all be that, right? Because there was times where I'm running around. There's like a horse, and if not everyone is picking up a target, then they're going to run to the healer. So, in other words, what I'm saying is I'm not running to DPS every time when I've got a guy or a horse running to one of our shamans.
But you can have a dedicated like kill order for, let's say, turbo. So your kill team, your kill squad, you just have to have a macro that says /assist turbo, and wherever the fuck turbo is killing, everybody will turn and target that guy.
Yeah.
Ghost. Ghost.
Yeah, you just got to stick to the kill target. It's hard, but if they shackle over there, it should slow it down a little bit. Just ghosts, death knights, and then the riders, man. I'll try to be more of a tank over on the side and just pick up shit. Like all the death knights and stuff that are flying around.
would it then be smarter to just let these Death Knights on the left side charge and then insta shackle, and then we can decide to kill them or not?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because then we can dictate what they're doing. Because what's happening here is like mages will pop them, and then now they have a tick, like a dot, and shackle game is over.
Do you want us to sheep at 12 as well? Like sheep the trainees as well? So we got 6 mages here.
Yeah, and if you do, like, just pick one side. Like, pick a side, and those are the trainees that you polymorph on the right side. You know what I mean? Like, so that they're all in one location or on the left side.
Yeah.
I noticed that they are subject to wing clip, concussive shots, scatter shots, slows. So I would presume that you can do all sorts of CCs on them. You can probably frost them with it.
I have shadow protection. Arcane protection pots if anybody needs.
Zug, I got you.
We ready?
Question, are you ready?
Wait, is America coming over here? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, America, come that side.
Foolishly, you have sought your own demise.
Come over here, America. Try not to stand there.
Powers beyond your understanding. You have fought hard to invade the realm of the Harvester. Now, there is only one way out. To walk the lonely path of the damned.
Stone shield on the dead side.
You want us to shackle next wave?
Yeah, you could start throwing out some shackles on wave 10.
Okay, next Death Knights don't hit with dots.
Getting too many suckers on our side.
Center pile,
Next
center pile,
DK.
thanks, center pile, thanks.
Yeah, I'm slowed. I can't
Ghost
even
is up,
move.
kill the ghosts.
Don't hit these DKs. Shackle them.
We got priests.
So we're good.
We're down.
Seemed way easier on dead side.
Yeah.
Maybe that was
Yeah,
just because I
but
started dying.
they're all dead on live side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because when we start to try to shackle, they all have, dots and
Everybody
knights
just
on
hits
them.
them.
Yeah, that's my bad. Like I.
Oh shit! Here we go, boys.
Yeah.
Charge! Oh, fucking instant die.
Yeah, it's rough because if you use fireball, it's like, well, it can't be shackled anymore. Yeah, it's annoying.
I feel like would it help if the tanks back up so that the priests can see, where the guy is, and we can immediately shackle him right there on that thing, and you guys aren't just automatically hitting whatever pops up? Because that's what I feel like is happening. It's like whatever pops up, they just start smashing.
But my parse.
Yeah, what I think is going to be the easiest thing to do, guys, on the left side, call it the left side. The left side is where you're going to shackle your knights. It's where you're going to polymorph your trainees. Only on the left. So whoever the tank is on the left, you can back off the platform, don't zug, and just let it get, if it's a polymorph, you're polymorphing it. If it's a shackle, you're shackling it. We're not getting DPS on it. There's not going to be a deep wounds and all this nonsense.
One more try, Futon. Don't leave.
What if I death roll you for 2k?
What if she loses? Then she's gonna really leave.
It's me. I give away gold death rolling. You all know this. It's now Pitt's incentive to come help us progress. He knows he can get my gold.
Guess we're just a second bank.
Do you guys feel like you were missing a healer on the live side, or was it just
No.
a shackle thing? Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of got out of hand. But how fast you guys were killing, and we might not have even needed to shackle, honestly.
Yeah. Because on the live side, they're actually going down really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the tough part on the live side is that if you make a mistake with those knights and you don't shackle it, it literally runs straight to the priest. So it's like, I saw them repeatedly trying to shackle it. It's rough because you try to stay off it, but if you stay off it, it's going to kill the healer.
Well, and we're not healing while we're
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
there chain hitting shackle.
Yeah, I watched it. It's unfortunate because I threw a fireball at one of them and I'm like, all right, please. And then like I see you guys are trying to shackle it. I'm like, oh god, please the dot stop.
So
Do you
Seth
guys-
on your side, before you just blow something up, like listen for the call out. Like you shouldn't. I don't think you have deep wounds. Soup does. So have the left side be where you guys are dropping shackles and polymorphs. And that may have been 10 may have been early. Maybe start looking to do it at wave 12.
Stick to the plan. Wave 12.
Yeah, the plan has changed like every attempt. I don't know.
I thought it was wave 12 every time, and then mid-pull, mid-fight, we changed the plan. What's up with that?
These people are dead.
Okay, so what am I not killing?
On wave 12, if you're tanking a Death Knight, you still need to try and, like, hit it, right? It's going to run off and hit a healer, but you just spam shackle on it until the shackle holds.
But we're shackling and polymorphing targets only on the left. All right, so Gale and Soup, your targets are dying. If they spawned in your thing, kill them. The ones that we're shackling or polymorphing are going to be on the left, where Steph is tanking. And if you guys have shackles or sheeps, we'll listen for it. And if we can take some more, we'll tell you to break one.
Let's get this going before Futon falls asleep. Oh shit, okay, damn.
Brazenly you have disregarded powers beyond your understanding. You have fought hard to invade the realm of the Harvester. Now, there is only one way out. To walk the lonely path of the damned.
This guy yaps a lot.
Time to stone shield is now.
Yo, your pet.
Okay, we need to slow it.
More sheeps and controls on the left side.
Scale's down.
Left side is dead.
I feel like you need a druid healer over there because while priests are trying to shackle, they're not healing.
I didn't even bother shackling that time. I just healed the whole time, but then I got aggro somehow, got smashed. But I feel like I only see like one sheep going out. I see a turtle. That's it. And there's so many of like 50 sheep. Or are they just raging?
Charge.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There were 2 mages that died. Why did you guys die?
Got hit too hard.
I
Yeah,
got
the
charged.
pets weren't stoking as many of the charges that time.
I got charged by a Death Knight right off the rip, right as he spawned.
Did you have your mana shield on?
No, I was in the middle
I
of
did.
cast.
Yeah. Mana shield and blink will save you from a charge. All right. Well, guys, we got some good looks at these bosses.
It is in death that
We are going to call it.
Part of progression.
Part of progression.
If you guys res at the spirit healer, I'll put a portal down.
Yeah, I think so. Be also nice to have a full group, another healer.
Is there a rune in this room?
Yes, there is. On the left side.
There it is.
Can I get some mage food from someone, please? By the bag.
Be there in a sec.
I got you, Cat.
Sure. Thank you. I'm good, thanks.
May your ancestors forever guard your path.
See you guys.
Later.